Let's look at another example of graphing a rational function. Here we have f of x is equal to 2x minus 11 over x squared plus 2x minus 8. The first thing that you want to do in all of these, if they're not relatively simple, is you want to factor them out. There's nothing to do up top here. On the bottom, we can factor this into x plus 4 and x minus 2. So the first thing we want to do is we want to find the zeros of our polynomial. And to do that, we set our numerator, our p of x, equal to 0. So it looks like I have 1 0 at x is equal to 5.5. Now I want to look and see if I have any vertical asymptotes. And to do that, I set my denominator equal to 0. So I'm going to get x plus 4, x minus 2 equals 0. I'm going to get x is equal to negative 4, and x is equal to 2. So these are going to be my vertical asymptotes. Now I want to look at my horizontal asymptotes. And I know that my degree of my denominator is greater than the degree of my numerator. Because of that, it's going to go to 0 in both the positive and the negative direction. So I know that the degree of the bottom, q of x, is greater than the degree of p of x on top. It's going to go to 0 at both positive and negative infinity. Now I'll look at any y-intercept. I'm going to substitute 0 into the function. Get 2 times 0 minus 11 over 0 squared plus 2 times 0 minus 8. It looks like it's going to be 11 eighths. Okay. Now if there's any other function values we can look for, well, maybe I need them, maybe I don't. Let's see. I'm going to sketch this out here. Here's my axes. I'm going to draw in my vertical asymptotes first at 2, negative 4. And I have my intercept of 11 eighths. That's going to be around here. Do I have any zeros? I sure do. I have it at 5.5. So over here around 5.5, it's going to cross here. So now I got to kind of figure out what's happening. I know that it's going to approach this line here, either from the positive side or the negative side. So I have to make a determination on which side that's going to be. Well, if I look at what happens at negative infinity, I'm going to have negative infinity over negative infinity squared. So that's going to be a negative number over a positive number. So I know overall at negative infinity, it's going to be a negative number. So therefore, I know my graph has to be here in my negative side. It approaches 0 here at infinity here, and it also approaches the vertical asymptote. So that's telling me it's going to look like this. Now, I also know it goes through this point here, but it doesn't cross here at all, doesn't cross here at all, and it's going to approach these asymptotes. So because I know it's not going to cross here and here, it's going to have to be something like this. Then we also want to look at what's happening over here. Now I know it crosses this side here, but it ends up on the positive side of infinity. Because I know I'm going to have positive number here at positive infinity over a positive infinity squared, so that's going to be a positive number that approaches 0. but I know it has to cross this number. So it's going to end up over here, but it crosses here as it goes to 0. So what happens is it's going to go to 0. It has to cross. So therefore, on this side, it has to get close to there. It's about the best we can do. We're graphing these rational equations other than graphing them on a graphing calculator.